President Donald Trump's administration after a federal judge temporarily blocked the rollout of a $1.776 billion weaponization compensation fund designed to pay alleged victims of government persecution. According to reports from Washington, U.S. District Judge Leani Brinka issued an order pausing all implementation efforts, preventing officials from taking any further action to establish or distribute money from the fund while the case proceeds through court review. The decision immediately places the controversial program on hold as legal arguments intensify over its legitimacy. The ruling stems from a lawsuit brought by Capitol riot prosecutor Andrew Floyd, who argued that the fund itself is unlawful. Court filings suggest the Justice Department had recently set up the compensation pot following an agreement linked to a separate dispute involving the IRS and the leak of U.S. President Trump's tax returns. That earlier case involved contractor Charles Littlejohn, who pleaded guilty in 2023 for leaking years of tax data to media outlets and is currently serving a 5-year federal sentence in Illinois for the breach. According to administration officials cited in the reports, Trump himself is not eligible to receive payments from the fund. However, the program has already drawn attention due to claims that several of his political allies and supporters could be among early applicants for compensation. Reports indicate that individuals involved in the January 6th Capitol riot may also attempt to seek financial redress if the fund is eventually implemented, raising further political controversy around how eligibility would be determined. The proposed structure of the compensation system includes a 5-member oversight panel that would review applications and decide payouts. 4 members would be appointed directly by the Attorney General, while a 5th would be selected with input from Congress. According to officials, the fund would theoretically allow any applicant to submit a claim, including individuals from opposing political backgrounds who argue they were unfairly treated by government actions. Critics, however, have raised concerns about the broad eligibility framework and potential political influence over decisions. Reports also indicate that the oversight body may be formally titled the President Donald J. Trump Truth and Justice Commission, a name that has already sparked debate in political and legal circles. The branding of the commission, combined with the scale of the $1.776 billion fund, has intensified scrutiny from opponents, who argue the program blurs legal accountability with political messaging. Supporters, however, say it is intended to address long-standing grievances related to government overreach. Judge Brinka's temporary injunction means the fund cannot move forward until further court proceedings determine whether it complies with federal law. Legal experts say the ruling represents an early but significant hurdle for the administration's plan, as courts will now examine both the legality of the fund's creation and the broader question of how compensation claims would be managed. For now, the $1.776 billion initiative remains frozen, with its future dependent on ongoing litigation. The case is expected to draw wider political attention as it touches on sensitive issues involving government investigations, political prosecutions, and the aftermath of the 2020 election-related Capitol riot. With competing narratives emerging over who qualifies as a victim of government action, the courtroom battle is likely to become a major flashpoint in Washington. As proceedings continue, the judge's order ensures that no funds will be distributed and no administrative steps will proceed until a final decision is reached.